Standing feet together, take a deep breath in and reach up nice and high, stretching that body. As you breathe out, lift the rib cage up and over to the side. Breathing in, back to the middle, and breathe out, over to the other side. And repeat. Breathing in through the middle, lift the rib cage up, over to the other side. Bring the arms down by the side of the body, tuck the chin in, let the head get heavy, start to roll the shoulders down, soften the knees, slightly engage the stomach, rolling slowly through the spine towards the floor. Take a deep breath in, and as you do, bring the hands towards the shins or the thighs, straightening the back. Nice straight legs, big stretch through the hamstrings. Breathing out, relaxing back down to the floor. Place the hands either side of the feet, take a big step back, push back into down dog, hips high, chest push through to the knees, and walking the heels. And now you can tell me who did it better, Harley or me. Coming into a plank, keeping the elbows close to the body as you lower down, pressing through the arms into upward dog. Rolling down, press up through the arms and push back to down dog for 3 nice deep inhales and exhales. Soften the knees, look to the hands, jump or step in, rolling up nice and slowly to the top. And we're going to do this 4 more times, so take a deep breath in, stretch up nice and high. As you exhale, bring the arms down by the side, tuck the chin in, start to relax the head, the neck, the shoulders, engage the core slightly, soften the knees, and roll down nice and slowly. Stretching at the bottom. Take a breath in and lift into flat back with nice straight legs, hands on shins or thighs, and relax to the floor. Step back into a nice down dog. Hopefully your dog isn't in the way like Harley is here. This was a big stretch as the gap wasn't so big between my feet and my hands. 3 nice deep breaths. And then you're going to come back into plank and slowly lower down towards the floor. And as you exhale, press through the arms into upward facing dog. Relaxing back down, nice strong press up, back to down dog, and holding for 3 breaths. Soften the knees, look to the hands, jump or step in, roll up nice and gently. We're going to repeat 3 more times. Big stretch up, take an inhale. As you exhale, arms down to the side, tuck the chin in, head gets heavy, arms get heavy, and we roll gently through the spine, down towards the floor. On your next inhale, you're going to lift into flat back, straight legs, pinch your shoulder blades. And as you exhale, bringing the hands back down to the floor, stepping back into down dog, pushing the heels down, pushing your chest through to your knees, hips up nice and high. And come forwards into plank, keep the elbows close to the ribs as you slowly lower down and press up into upward facing dog. Lower the chest down, press up and push back to downward dog. Soften the knees, look to the hands, jump or step in and roll up nice and gently. and you're going to follow along 2 more times. Starting at the front of your mat, reaching high above the head, breathing out as you relax the arms down and rolling down gently to the floor. Hands either side of the feet. Take a big step back into a plank position and step 1 foot to the outside of the hand and push the hips down towards the floor. You can increase the stretch by coming down onto your elbows or stay here on the hands. Next, turn the back heel in at 90 degrees, keep the front knee above the ankle and stretch the arms out into warrior. Next, bringing the front elbow onto the thigh and reaching over the head with the back arm. You can stay here in this stretch, or you can bring the bottom hand up to meet the top arm and use it as a strong balancing stretch. Bring the back arm in line with your shoulder, straighten the front leg, push your hips back as you reach forwards, and then twist the arms to face upwards and downwards. Wherever the hand lands is where you want to be. If that's the floor, that's great. If it's your shin, that's fine. And holding this triangle pose here. Bring both hands down towards the floor, step back, push back to down dog, and take a nice deep inhale and exhale, pushing the chest through to the knees, heels down to the floor, hips nice and high. Back into plank position and stepping forwards with the other foot pushing the hips down towards the floor. You can keep the hands here, or to increase the stretch you can come down onto your elbows, it's up to you. Next, turning the back heel into 90 degrees, stretching the arms out, pushing the hips down, keeping the front knee above the ankle, and holding warrior pose here. Bringing the front elbow onto the thigh, reaching over with the back arm, stretching down the side of the body. You can stay here in this pose, or you can reach the bottom hand up to meet the top hand and hold this strong balance here. Next, straighten the front leg, push the hips back, reaching as far forward as you can, and then place one hand down and one hand up, looking towards your top hand. Placing the hand either on the floor or on the shin. Bringing both hands towards the floor, taking a big step back and pushing into downward dog. Holding a nice big stretch here. Coming down onto your knees, we're going to take a big step forward onto one foot and push the hips down towards the floor. Next, grab your back foot with the same hand. You can use a yoga block in the other hand to support you if you need it. You can stay here or grab the foot with both arms, opening up the chest as well. Remember to keep pushing the back hip towards the floor, stretching down the front of the leg. Now keep hold with the opposite hand as you bring the other hand down to the floor and twist the hip and your chest in towards that front leg. Keep pushing the hips down to the floor. place both hands either side of your front foot, pushing your hips back and straightening your front leg. Try and keep your chest as close to that front leg as you can. And swapping sides, so taking the front leg back and bringing the back leg forwards, pushing the hips down towards the floor, keeping your knee above your ankle. And then taking hold of that back foot with the same hand, pushing the hips forwards. You can use a yoga block here in the opposite hand for support. You can also grab the back foot with both hands if you want to. Next, hold the foot with the opposite arm as you bring the other hand to the floor and twist in towards that front leg. Keep pushing your back hip down towards the floor. Next, place both hands either side of the front foot, pushing the hips back, straightening the front leg, and keeping the chest nice and close to the thigh. Take a big step back and push into down dog, chest through to the knees, heels down to the floor, hips up nice and high, and take 3 deep breaths here. Look towards the hands, bend the knees, jump or step in and roll up nice and gently. Lastly, we're going to come into a frog stretch, so using sliders under the knees to slide the knees out nice and wide, keeping the ankles in line with your knees and your hips in line with the knees. Coming down onto the forearms and maintaining a slight arch in your lower back. You can bring the chest to the floor if you wish. The second part, bringing your hips down to the floor and your feet together. Be mindful not to let the hips come too far forward, they should still be in line with the knees as much as possible. And lastly, bringing the ankles back in line with the knees, maintaining an arch in the lower back. This time we're going to push the hips back beyond the knees. Still maintaining that arch, coming down onto the elbows or bringing the chest to the floor, pushing your hips back beyond the knees. And finally, bringing the knees in, feet together, chest over your thighs, arms relaxed to the side, into child's pose.